Everything has a story to tell, and all these buildings are disappearing and being replaced with just new modern looking buildings, and it's so much history behind all these buildings that's being lost, and I just wanted to get out there and document everything that I could. My name is Chicago Jen on Instagram, but Jennifer Henke, and I'm into photography. I like to go into abandoned buildings and take pictures of any kind of decay, any kind of architecture, anything like that. How I got started in photography, in about 2016, I'm in recovery. I was trying to find things to keep myself busy and occupied. Started looking on Instagram, saw a bunch of different abandoned buildings and things like that, cityscapes, and I decided to get a camera, bought myself a used camera, started learning how the different settings worked and things like that, and started researching different spots to find different abandoned buildings and things like that in the city, and decided to just take myself out and go out there and start seeing what I could find. I think what attracts me most to abandoned buildings is just the decay and the history behind every building. Everything has a story to tell, and all these buildings are disappearing and being replaced with just new modern looking buildings, and there's so much history behind all these buildings that's just being lost, and I just wanted to get out there and document everything that I could, take pictures and just to show other people the beauty behind it. When I walk in, whether it be a church, a funeral home, anything like that, I can see everyone's stories there. I mean, there's so many things left behind, so many papers left behind that you can kind of form a whole story of the whole thing. And then throwing the photographs into it just adds everything together.
I love you, 'cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from me.
Getting into and exploring, there's a lot of things people should be worried about. For one, it's illegal. You're not allowed to trespass into abandoned buildings. There's always signs everywhere. You should really get into looking into the laws in your city so you know what's going to happen if you do get caught or what could happen. There's also, I've been in a lot of buildings that are completely run down where I haven't had any experiences, but a lot of my friends have fallen through the floor, fallen down steps. I mean, a lot of things like that you could really get hurt. The only thing I remember, one time I fell into a basement and fell about 10 feet down, but luckily I wasn't hurt that bad. Other things, it's just you have to really do a lot of research into it before. It's not just going out and getting into an empty building and taking pictures. There's a lot more that goes into it. As far as photography, my goals just is to get out and document as much as I can and show other people the beauty in all these buildings that are left behind. I did have an offer for a photography book that I just wasn't ready to do, but I'm interested in probably doing something like that in the future. There's a lot of rules that are like not really rules, but undercover kind of rules that come along with exploring. Just don't ruin places. Don't go into places just thinking you can trash it or whatever. I know a lot of people that do graffiti, and some graffiti is really cool to look at. It sometimes it goes along with the place, but the breaking glass and things like that, it's not necessary. This stuff is like historic stuff, and there's some kind of story. If you want to get into this, get into it for the right reasons, because you want to see history, or you want to learn about history or learn something, or just not to destroy it. There's no reason to destroy things.